Seafood jambalaya. Looks right. No, I did not know that.
I got hurt at that house.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I realized I should start closing windows so that this runs better. Flashes first. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I'm ready.
Okay.
Wow, there's 64 questions. No, nope, I'm not going to do this. 62 questions on this quiz. I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
Not doing it. Even though it's about Star Wars and I've only missed one, I was at 26 already.
Jeez.
Shit.
The only one I missed was who auditioned for the part, which rapper auditioned the part for Mace Windu. And it was Tupac. I did not know that. I put Snoop Dogg because that would have been
Wow. That would have been a very different character.
Right? Well, I said Tupac, but I thought that
Tupac was still alive?
Yeah. When they were auditioning for it. I clicked on Snoop Dogg because I thought that would have been funny.
That would have also been a very different role.
The other rapper was Dr. Dre. I don't see.
I didn't see any of them.
I kind of see Snoop Dogg, but that'd be pushing it.
The force is strong with this one for shizzle my nizzle.
Yo,
Busy smoking on a.
Smoking on Jabba's hookah. Alright, you guys ready?
I guess.
Yes.
I guess.
Cleo?
1 second.
Nikki?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I feel like passing out now, yeah. I'm ready.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Starting in 5, 4, 3. Warning, this podcast contains absolutely no singing.
It's a lie. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for The Flash, Season 3, Episode 17, Duet. I'm your host, Claire. I almost thought I said the wrong show because Rachel is here today.
I'm confusing y'all.
Hello, Rachel.
I'm Cleo. With me, I have Dom, Nikki, and Rachel.
Hello.
Rachel, what are you doing here?
I don't know.
Supergirl's here, so that's why
I lost my way.
You lost your way.
she came to the wrong Earth.
Well,
That's it.
we knew a huge storyline from Supergirl was going to kind of conclude here, so if Rachel didn't watch this episode, she would have been left a little bit in the dark.
Just a little bit, because there was a lot that happened.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah. A lot did happen. When and Cisco, it wasn't them, but they were in the same room.
And you got your wish. Cisco sang.
Together. Yes! Cisco finally fucking sang on the show. So happy.
So did Win.
So did Win.
And they duetted together.
Yeah. They were so good.
Maybe.
Everyone was amazing.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling this episode. I wasn't.
Really?
Really.
He doesn't like
I don't think Stein had a bad voice. I just think his style did not mesh well with the rest of them. He was more of an opera, and it didn't harmonize well with the other two. I don't think in the triple thing going on. And if I do have to pick who had the best voice out of all of them, it is a coin toss between Wynn and John Barrowman.
John Barrowman is amazing.
Coin toss. They were both phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, John Barrowman does a lot of musical theater. Wow, a lot of musical theater.
Yeah.
So
I think if we're also looking at it from like a plot perspective, Stein was really shoehorned in this episode. Hey, you can sing and are in this family of shows. Now you're in the episode. Like, oh, all right.
Well, everyone had to make an appearance.
Yeah. As much as I did like that he was Iris's second daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Millie.
That was so weird.
Millie.
That was funny.
It was so weird.
Wait a minute, dads? Yeah?
Do you have a problem with that? No, I like musicals. I like that was very...
Yeah, that's his reasoning.
Yeah, his reasoning for not being homophobic. I like musicals.
But then again, it wasn't like actual 1940s or 30s gangster. It was what was in their mind, so.
Oh my god, and Iris's, gangster Italian accent was the fucking funniest thing.
It was.
No.
I actually liked her hair shorter. I liked her hair short.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, she looked phenomenal. And I did not expect Mon-El in the dream sequence world when he showed up and when he was with Iris. Oh my god, I was like, this is ridiculous. And I love every second of that.
When they said that, I was like, oh my god. And I did the exact same time as Kara goes, ew. I did ew. I was like, ew.
Yeah. Yeah, and she says ew, and I'm like, wait, maybe they could take that the wrong way, Card. Maybe don't say that to their face.
Still, I mean, that was a little bit awkward because she was just saying, I am so glad Mon-El is not in this, and poof, there he is.
I think it's very awkward.
Well, yeah, seeing, your exes kissing on each other. It doesn't matter what dimension or what plane of existence you are in, that is so awkward.
I really like the Music Meister.
Yeah, Music Meister was fantastic, and that goes to what the hell is he?
Some cosmic being.
He's an overseer.
I want to say he's pretty much the same thing as Mr. Catholic along the same lines.
Yeah.
I want to say he's like an overseer. Because he sees everything, so maybe he's kind of like what the Time
Masters are.
Time Masters, where they see everything and they're trying to put them already, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't really give us any clues.
No.
I mean, they assume he's an alien. He might. I mean, I guess he might be.
Mm-hmm.
He could also be kind of like the oh god, what do they call it? The little Green Lantern guys on Oa.
Yeah.
The little blue guys.
Yeah.
He could be like kind of a being like they are. Except they're assholes. These guys are just kind of cool.
Well, he's kind of a dick too.
Yes,
he wouldn't have put them in a situation like that where they were gonna die if he wasn't a dick.
They might not have actually been a threat of dying. Like that could have just been his way of forcing everyone to kind of take this seriously.
Yeah.
We don't actually know.
I mean, we don't. Yeah, I don't know. He might have thought that they didn't take it serious inside. Like this might happen, so this might be his
Guardians
backup plan. Be like, things aren't going the way they should. These two are going to end up getting themselves killed. We need a backup plan.
Yeah.
V Silver says, can we put a little sense back into the show? That's what this whole episode was about, to knock some sense into Kara and Barry so that they get back on the right track.
And notice I didn't start this episode with Barry is stupid. Notice I didn't do that? I didn't do that. I did it for the last two. Supergirl and Arrow, but I did not do it here.
Yeah, and no, Kara is stupid. But,
well, Kara is stupid, but that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm. At least she's sort of come around to sense.
I swear to God, when she started having that conversation where she was like, oh, yeah, well, maybe you had a good reason, and she's like explaining the whole thing, I'm sitting there, and I'm getting closer and closer and closer to the TV, and I'm going, really, Kara? Really?
But you could see her face change. So, like when she, all of a sudden it hit her like smack, like, oh, yeah. She's just like, well, I'm doing this. This is stupid. I've been an idiot.
Yeah.
You could just see it on her face. And you can see it on Barry's face when he was saying that too. It was like all of a sudden there was just like a light bulb went off in the realization of what they were saying and the situation they were in.
As cringeworthy as this episode was, especially with the Super Friends song,
no, that was the best part. That was the best part.
I feel like this episode was needed.
Yeah,
I don't
to completely change the direction of the way the shows were going.
I think I could have dealt with the Super Friends song if there was no tap dancing involved.
Oh, I love tap dancing.
The tap dancing just made it look like Barry was about to fall on his face every 3 seconds.
He's a tall, lanky guy.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
I love all the little...
Fred Astaire wasn't that tall. He's lanky.
Yeah, but I loved all the little pun things they put in there. She's like, if you screw up your present, you can always go back. I can't do that anymore.
I actually screamed at Kara and said, "No, he can't do that."
No, he
and then
can't. Don't let him do that.
And then
I'm
Barry's like,
not supposed to do that anymore.
Yeah.
He's
like, oh, okay, good, Barry.
And she's like,
straight.
oh. It was just so funny the way they were playing off each other. It was hilarious.
I feel like that was my least favorite song out of all of them.
Well, only two of the songs here were originals. It was the Super Friends, the Super Friends, and the one Barry sang at the end to Iris. Those are the only two original songs.
So what was the one that the fathers sing?
That was from
really old.
A musical.
Which one? I didn't recognize it.
I don't know either. What was?
I want to say West Side. No,
it was. What was the line about the licorice teeth?
Sheep's eye and licorice tooth.
Sheep's eye and licorice tooth. It was from. It's from a musical. Guys and Dolls.
Oh, I've never seen Guys and Dolls, but I know about it.
It's very cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to know, all these songs are going to be out there online for you to download.
Good,
Yep.
I need it.
Yeah, it said
I
right
need to
after
listen to
the
Super
episode
Friends.
ended, they said all available anywhere you can stream. So I'm like, oh, does that include Spotify? And I never remembered to check. So
The next time there's a crossover, if Barry and Kara aren't singing Super Friends under their breath, I'm going to be very upset.
I love that song. See, Kristen and I are like, we love this stuff. No, I actually love that song.
Yeah,
Really,
that song's great.
Because I'm a master here.
So the I don't know. I don't even know where to go from here. Like, we're just talking about the musical.
Pretty much it.
and that was the majority of the episode.
Yeah, I mean, it was. And every time I thought they were going to cut back to, like, what's happening in the real life, they just kept doing more musical.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not, not a bad thing.
I do like when they started running into people they know. They kept calling them by their other names. Who's that?
I'm guessing you're not Joe West.
Oh, it's Cisco, not Cisco. It was like
was Pablo? Pablo.
Yeah, Pablo. And then John Barrowman's Cutter. I thought that was... He
cuts people.
He cuts people. That's pretty much it. But I do like seeing John Barrowman in very different, because he's such a versatile. He can go from being like a really good guy to a really bad guy in like one scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, John Barrowman was fantastic this episode. Wynn was fantastic. Cisco, I didn't think sang bad. It seemed like he was. I mean, obviously they were all lip syncing, but Cisco seemed like the most obvious that he was lip syncing. And then I actually kind of really liked the song at the end with Barry, but that was another, like, it was really awful.
could really tell,
the lip syncing. Not that he was doing bad lip syncing, but the editing and stuff. Because, like, even when he had his back to the camera, you could kind of see the side profile of his mouth, and it wasn't even close to matching the words that were going on.
That happens so much.
I know. So that's just a pet peeve of mine. And that takes me out of the immersion of it. So.
Yeah. I feel now I only realize that we didn't learn almost anything about the Music Meister.
No.
Just that he was stealing their powers to rob a bank.
I don't know. We don't know exactly what he was doing. Was he really robbing the bank, or was he trying to get people to come there?
Yeah, I think it was a distraction.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, I mean, what exactly was he trying to do? Was he trying to get caught? Trying to get them to work as a team?
I don't think it's the end of him, so...
No. It just seemed like he was there to get Kid Flash's kind of his confidence back.
Yeah.
That's and to have them work as a team. Bank. I do love the fact that they were very surprised when John Jones transformed.
That was the best.
Because Cisco's like, we don't need... He's like, whoa, wait a minute.
My favorite was Caitlin's reaction. Just walks in, hello.
And this is like one of the first times he's actually called himself Martian Manhunter. So he's been John Jones.
I mean, he comes to a new Earth, and nobody knows him as John anyways. They've only heard of him. They haven't actually seen him.
Yeah, so I was like, he actually called himself Martian Manhunter. So I was like, that's kind of cool. Because that was funny. They're just like, whoa, okay, well.
Yeah.
And then Mono's like, not just another pretty face.
All the songs right now are on iTunes. I did not find them on Spotify. But they are there, all seven songs. You can purchase the album for $8 on iTunes. So
that's an interesting, Rachel, you bring up an interesting point, because the synopsis for this episode referred to Jean as Hank Henshaw, because in the Flash it hadn't been revealed that he was John Jones.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't make that connection.
Yeah, but they're a little shocked. I just loved Cisco's face when he was just like, "Oh, we got this, we got this." Then he transports. He's like, "Oh well, okay,
Never mind. You can go with us." Giant green man
with a cape. Yeah,
a
he got a cape. He has a cape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of those little things, and so. I don't know. I'd like to see more about the music Meister, where exactly he came from and why he's there. And he's not exactly. He doesn't seem like he's exactly good, but he's not exactly bad.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. He's
He
teetering.
He seemed like he wanted to set Kara and Barry on the right path again, which is don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Hashtag love wins.
No, he was just like, I saw two people with broken hearts, and I ain't having that.
Yeah, and you maybe need to not have broken hearts to save the world, dumbasses.
Well, next time Mon-El lies to her, she's going to put a mountain on him. So,
Oh,
geologically.
The geological mountain. No, the preview for next Supergirl actually looks really good. I saw it at the end of The Flash. I don't know why they showed it there. But
I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know, or maybe it was at the end of Legends. I don't know. It was at the end of something, and you see Supergirl and Mon-El in like a fist fight, but I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily like they're mad at each other because Kara's apologizing while she's doing it. So I don't know if they're like sparring or if they're under like a spell of something, but. It looked
someone's controlling her. Yeah, it looked kind of funny.
Or controlling both of them, but it looked interesting. So I'm glad. I'm really relieved after the last Supergirl episode, the way that ended and kind of like shot down their relationship. We're kind of all walking out on that, going, yeah, none of us like that. We expected something bad to happen, but none of us are happy with it. And here, it's been resolved pretty quickly. I didn't expect that. Because you figure it would have been resolved on Supergirl, so that, but no, it was resolved here on The Flash, and then like they're getting close to it, and Kara goes to Barry, is everything good with you and Iris? And Barry's like, we'll see. And I thought the episode was gonna end like very shortly after that. I didn't expect like another musical number from Grant Gustin, but I was like, oh, they're going to resolve the Supergirl relationship, but they're not going to resolve the Flash one, in the Flash's own TV show. Like, I got mad for a minute there. And then when Barry comes into the apartment and he turns on the song, his phone, and he starts singing Running Home to You or whatever the song's called. As soon as he started singing, I go, he's going to propose to Iris. Don't do it, Barry. Don't do it, Barry. Don't. And I was like, he did it.
She accepted, though.
She did.
That's romantic.
I thought it was kind of. I was like, oh, they must have wrote that song, especially for him since he's the Flash and he wants to run home. So I was just like, that's kind of cheesy.
Perfectly cheesy.
The whole episode was cheesy, cringy. It was cheesier than a grilled cheese, cheesier than macaroni and cheese. Nachos on cheese on nachos. It's like.
Cheesier than nacho cheese, grilled cheese on a mac and cheese?
Yeah.
It's supposed to like take that idea of a musical and just turn it up to that cheese factor a little more.
I expected that because of the way that the humor works on Supergirl and the Flash. So, and just considering like how goofy most of the characters are in the first place, it seemed like it was going to be like that.
Yeah, I guess my only real gripe with this, besides the lip syncing, was it seemed like they were shoehorning the whole backstory of musicals into them this episode, and I get the purpose of doing that for context, but we had all season where we knew a musical episode was coming. They could have slipped a few scenes in there, with
not
Barry.
Even scenes, lines.
Yeah, anything. That's what references. I mean. Just a few references, lines, anything throughout the rest of the series to mention. Oh, Barry used to watch this with his mother, or just something, instead of doing it all in one episode and really just feeling like it was forced and self-contained to this one episode instead of part of the backstory, of Barry. I think that's really my only gripe. But the The episode I don't think was awful. It just felt way too out of place for me. So, I mean, that was its purpose. So, mission accomplished. But I feel like there's ways they could have eased it in a little bit better. And it would have sat better with me, you know?
And I'm not sure that it would have happened, like it would have been this setting if Barry hadn't been watching Singing in the Rain on loop for the last week.
I loved all of Kara's references to the Wizard of Oz. Now I don't know. It's just me, but I don't
have to follow the Yellow Brick Road.
I guess I never really looked at the Wizard of Oz as a musical, though. Like, I know there's a million musical numbers, and I realized that after the fact, but I've never looked at Wizard of Oz as a musical. Maybe because I haven't watched the Wizard of Oz in the last, 15 years, but, don't give me that look, Rachel. I watched it a lot when I was younger. I've probably watched that more than I've watched Fight Club, and I've watched Fight Club at least 200 times.
I should have brought my box set of the 30th anniversary Wizard of Oz. I have
that as well. Doesn't mean that I've watched it. I think.
I've watched it.
I think I have didn't they have a 50 or 70 year collection just recently too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have that as well. But and that one's unopened. But yeah, it's been a very, very, very long time since I've watched The Wizard of Oz, and I'm sitting here going, okay, well, she was singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and then each of the people had, a song about their brains and their courage, and, I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, there was a lot of musical numbers in Wizard of Oz, so, having Kara mention that, it was great, and then, every time she went to go, somebody's, saying a line, follow the Yellow Brick Road? I was like, really, Kara? No, it clearly was going to say follow your heart, but, I love that, though. I loved it. Kara was hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
There are some musicals that are like that people don't really think about, oh, that is a musical. Wizard of Oz is one because it's on.
Because.
Sound and Music is another one, even though it has music in the title. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's a musical." No, it's a movie. It's a musical.
I mean, you could even say that most of Disney animated movies are musicals.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I mean,
Beauty and the Beast is definitely not a musical.
Oh my god.
I don't know. This episode makes me want to go back and watch all the Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly.
This episode made me want to go back and watch The Wizard of Oz.
I want to watch My Fair Lady.
I want to watch Funny Face.
Funny Face is a good one.
And The Pirate and The Bandwagon.
I'm a very big Audrey Hepburn fan, so yeah, she's in my front room. I can actually get her out a picture.
I'm a very big Fred Astaire fan. Very big.
From Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Mm-hmm.
Are we theater geeks here? Are we the only theater geeks here?
Probably. I was just also in my car today singing Les Mis. I'll watch that one too.
Oh my god. Which one? Which version?
I actually like the Hugh Jackman one.
I haven't seen that one yet. I've watched all the Jane Eyre movies.
Everyone hates what's his name? Russell Crowe. I think he did okay.
I saw the one with the French guy.
Yes.
Le Bardu or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Fucking, I know exactly what you're talking about. Big giant nose, dude.
Nose, yes.
Yeah.
So
that's a good one too.
I guess getting back to this, who was your guys' favorite singer in this episode?
Win.
Kara
was really good too, but Win.
Mr. Barron.
Nikki?
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna go with Win as well. I was not expecting that voice out of him.
I mean, we got a preview of it on Supergirl last week.
Not really. It
wasn't
like full blown.
He was singing it. Yeah, it wasn't.
I said a preview.
Song.
Yeah.
So.
I would also like to submit Cisco for Best Dancer.
Yeah. Yeah, I give him that. I give him that for sure. And the Music Meister had a pretty decent voice too.
I mean, that's Darren Criss though.
Mm-hmm.
That was no surprise.
I was gonna look them up and see if all the people that sang, if they had any background. Because some we know that they do, and then some I'm like, okay, do they have a background in music or not?
Well,
If you guys are Harry Potter fans, I think it's on YouTube. Go watch a Very Potter musical. It is fucking hilarious. It's Darren Criss is Harry Potter.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
god.
Oh my god, it's the best. I want to go watch that now too.
But I still need Cisco and Win in the same room. Like,
yeah,
even though we
doing
got
tech
it,
stuff.
we didn't get it.
Yeah, we didn't really get it.
No,
Yeah.
We got
We want-
their fake personas.
Yeah, we want them doing tech stuff together.
Yes.
I have
Nerds.
to admit, I was kind of disappointed that Mono and I were seen in this. I'm just like,
Oh,
oh,
a
come
little,
on.
yeah.
I was a little disappointed that we didn't see them sing something.
I think Chris Wood could pull off a good voice because we did at one point hear him. No, that's karaoke. that is fabricated bullshit.
If you want to hear Chris Wood sing, go watch. It was
No,
16,
it's
15,
not
20.
even real.
It was either 14 or 13 episode of the finale season, so season 8 of the Vampire Diaries. He sang karaoke. He sang what was it? Heaven something. Knock knock knocking on heaven's door. It was awful. He got into a falsetto voice to get the high notes and everything. He was forcing awfulness, but it was awful.
Yeah, exactly. He was being awful on purpose. Even though it was on purpose, it wasn't that bad. So I could see him if he actually put time and effort into singing, which he probably has before.
He might have to take a few lessons.
I did.
They're coached the whole time through a musical.
Another little thing that made me chuckle was when they started the song with the fathers and singing, and you hear the guitar in the background. Barry's going, and he goes. He's just like, okay, I'll sit down. I know it's coming.
He sits down. He's looking at the people around him. He's like,
I guess that's a really interesting take on it because you're in a musical, knowing you're in a musical.
Self-aware. Yeah. He's self-aware.
Normally, people in the musicals, because I always sit there. You go back and you watch even like the animated Beauty and the Beast, and the whole town is sitting there all around Belle singing how she's like oblivious and ridiculous, and she's just walking through and she's got a smile on her face like she doesn't care. And I'm just like, do you not hear all these people around you like making fun of you the entire time?
She probably didn't. She had her nose in a book.
Was her book.
She was distracted.
But yeah, there was things like that, little things like that I saw that was just made it.
Oh, Wynn was in Newsies. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
It's another musical.
Yeah. So he's like a
Theater.
classically trained. Yeah, theater singer.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess
that explains the projection.
We're somewhat torn between John Barrowman and Wynn because I'm leaning more toward John Barrowman, but I think I feel like my final vote is gonna have to go with Wynn because it was the unexpected victor in the singing category for me. John Barrowman, we expected it.
Yeah, I just love seeing John Barrowman in that role and actually doing what he did for so long in London and and stuff like that, and seeing him get back to those roots, it just made me kind of happy inside.
Yeah.
The Iris West Side Story.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, there were just little things like that they put in there. Yeah, when he made the reference to Flash, she goes, "Oh man," he's like, "What?"
Oh yeah.
She's
like, "Come on, that's too easy."
Yeah. No.
Oh, I'll be there in a flash.
Yeah. She's just like, oh god. What we do with Dom and his puns, just like. You're just, man.
Yeah, what Dom's doing right now.
It's okay when I do them because they're great when the person that's telling the pun is telling them that. Then they're fantastic. But for everybody else around you, you're miserable. They're all miserable. That's the purpose of puns, to make the person telling them feel better.
So next episode, are we done with this? I feel like while this had a lot of stuff in it, it's a little fluffy.
Yeah, it was extra fluffy, like extra creamy whipped cream.
Whipped.
Cool whip.
Cool whip. Next episode is Abracadabra. The Flash battles.
Hold on, really quick. There was a poster that was reoccurring all over the musical of a magician named Thurston the Magician. Looked him up. Has nothing to do with DC. It was an actual real magician, so I think those were real stage posters that were put around. Oh. And then after the episode ended, I saw the preview for a magician, and I go, oh, this is too coincidental. So, just want to mention that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Cool. A villain from Earth 19 who makes him a tempting offer. I guess Abracadabra makes Barry an offer. Release him and Abracadabra will reveal Savitar's true identity. Desperate to save Iris, Barry considers taking the deal, but Gypsy breaches into capture the villain for her own reasons, and during the melee, Abracadabra manages to escape. Good job, guys.
Okay, so Earth 19 is Gypsy's Earth?
Yes, HR's Earth.
Okay.
Barry is furious that Gypsy interfered, but Gypsy refuses to back down, forcing Cisco to take sides. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, Julian is still a bit cold towards Caitlin, but when she is severely injured in a battle, he rushes to her side.
Okay.
Oh, yes, he was angry that she kept the piece of the stone.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's all for this episode. Dom, where can people find you?
Find me down below at Phenomenon. PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenon. Nikki, where can the people find you?
On Twitter at LadyVenom24. LadyVenom24.
Rachel.
You can find me at Twitter at VikingWitch76.
You can find
and I
me
won't
at
be on here next week, sorry.
You can find me at Cleomoto. You can find all of us at ASO TV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, video games, and movies. Till next time. Bye, guys. Oops, hitting the desk. I'm a professional.
See? I told you there was no singing on this podcast.
Oh. I was gonna start singing, but I didn't have a song ready, so.
By the way, the guy who plays Stein.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He started a group back in 1976 in Canada. He was a folk singer.
Oh.
Then he went on to do theater. He was in Godspell.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of Broadway. Todd Sweeney, Death Trap Noises off Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
Assassin's Damn Yankees.
Lee tweeted us the 94 Tonys opening. I've seen this. This is actually fantastic. But yeah. I feel like they should have tried to get... Who knows? They may have tried to, but I feel like if they got Neil Patrick Harris as the music master, that would have been even better.
I really like Darren Criss.
I do too, but there's just
really
something
good.
about Neil Patrick Harris. He probably would have got his team together and wrote all the songs for the episode.
You know what? I would have preferred Neil Patrick Harris as Mixoplex.
Maybe, yeah. Or just have the Music Meister generate Neil Patrick Harris into their world. But alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Brian and Lee, thank you guys for sticking out through the chat, despite your opinions on the episode. And we'll see you guys for the Fellowship of the Spear, aka Legends.